everyone, you're welcome to this class. So in this class, we want to continue from where we stopped. We are still on factorization. So I've told you earlier on that we're going to have about 3 or 5 or 4 series. So this is the fourth video on factorization. Today, we want to look at trinomials. Under this, we'll be looking at meaning of trinomial and factorization of trinomial. We form this x squared plus bx plus c. Then factorization of trinomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So that's what we want to look at. Now, when we talk about trinomial, we are talking about an algebraic expression that has 3 terms. That has 3 terms. As you can see, this is the one term, second term, and the third term. So if you have expression, algebraic expression with 3 terms like this, the first term being power of 2, so is what we call trinomials. So after that, then we look at how we now factorize trinomial. So we first of all we start with the first one. After this, then we look at this one, how to factorize this one. So simple. So let's look at it. To factorize a trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So we're going to look for pairs of factors of the constants. Now, what this means is that this is x squared bx. The coefficient of x here is b. While this c here is a constant, and this is a number that has no variable. So this one has a variable, this one also has variable, and this one has no variable. So when you have it like this, what it means that the coefficient of x squared here is 1. If the coefficient of x squared is 1, we just look for the pair of numbers that will give us c, and when you sum them up, you get what? The coefficient of x. That's what we're saying that. Look for pairs of factors of constant c that add up to what? To b, that is the coefficient of what? X, which is this one, the middle number. So let's look at this example and see how we're going to solve that. Now, the first example we have there, we have x squared plus 10x minus 24. In some textbook, you'll be asked to multiply this by this, which will give you minus what? 24x squared. So it's still, what we have there, the coefficient of x squared here is what? Is 1. So we think we are only considering this minus 24, which is the constant. So this is the coefficient of x here is 10. This is b. This is a. What we have here is 1, and this is a. While this one is what? Is c. Hope I'm making sense. So we are now going to look for a pair of number that when we add them up, we're going to get what? 10x. So what we're going to do now is that we leave out the product, the pair of the numbers that will give us minus 24. So let's start from 1. So 1 times 24 will give us what? 24. But this is minus, so this one could be minus. And also we can change this one to be what? Minus 24 times what? Minus times 1 will also give us what? Minus 24. I hope I'm making sense. So we put x there, x there, x there, x there. So what other factor we have? 2. 2 minus 2 times 12. So that's minus 2x times 12x will give us minus 24x. And also minus 12x times 2x equals to minus what? 24x squared. 24x squared, x squared. That's minus 24x squared. I hope I'm making sense. Then the next one is 3 can go into that will be 3. You can say minus 3 times, that is what? 3 times 6, 8 rather, sorry. That's minus 3x times 8x. We give us minus what? 24x squared. I hope I'm making sense. Another one is what? We also have 4. So minus 4x, so we can have it as minus 8x times 3x, which also give us what? Minus 24 what? X squared. Then we also have 4 minus 4x times 6x. We give us what? Minus 24 what? X squared. I hope I'm making sense. Minus 6x times minus what? 24 what? 24x minus 4x rather. We give us minus 24x squared. Now we're not going to look at the pair of two numbers that will give us what? Plus 10. Now which one will give us plus 10 here? So that is this, which is minus 2x plus 12x. Minus 2x plus 12x. Let's declare this. Minus 2x plus 12x will give us what? Plus 10x. So that will now replace b, this middle number here. So that we can then write x squared minus 2x plus 12x minus 24. So we have turned trinomial now, the 3 terms, to how many terms now? 4 terms. So now that it will be easier for us to now group them in twos. So we can have it this way. So this and this are together, while this and this are together. So what is common to the first term and the second term here? It is x. So you are now left with what? X minus what? 2. I hope I'm making sense. Then plus, what is common to this? That is 12. So what we left there is x minus what? 2. Now one thing about this topic is that, if you are correct, you know. So what you must have in the two brackets must be the same. So if you have different things in the brackets, that means you have made a mistake somewhere along the line. In that case, since x minus 2 is common to x minus 2, we bring it out. That will give us x minus 2. Then we then combine what we have outside the bracket is x plus 12. That is x plus 12. So this gives us the what? The answer. I hope this is very clear. Now let's go to example 2. For example 2, the same thing. We have x squared plus 8x plus 15. It's the same thing. You can see the coefficient of x squared here is 1, which is a, while this one is what? B, and this constant is what? C. So which means we are only considering this one, right? So that means we are looking at the pairs of 15 that will add up to what? 8. So that means we have 3x times 5x, which will give us what? 8x what? Squared. Are with me? So we can 15x squared rather, right? So that means that we have 3x plus 5x, it will give us 8x, which is what we have at the beginning. So we can then replace this plus 8x by what? By 3x plus what? 5x. So we then have x squared plus 3x plus what? 5x. I hope this is clear. Plus 15. So we have 4 terms. Now from 3 terms to 4 terms. So we can then compare this and this. So let's group this together. What is common is x. What is left there is what? X plus what? 3. What is common to 5x and 15x is 5. You are left with x plus what? 3. So we can then combine. That will be x plus 3. Then x plus 5. That is the answer. You can see that it's very easy, very straightforward. So the last example we have here, number 3, we have 20 plus x squared minus 12x. So look at what we have there. You will notice that this is not well arranged, but it's still the same thing. Anytime you are given a question like this, what you just need to do is to rearrange it in this form of x squared plus bx plus c. So what will come forward now is what? X squared. Followed by what? This. Go with x minus 12x minus 12x. Then this is 20. It means it is plus 20. We have rearranged now. So from here now, which means we are looking for the pair of what? Of 20. Then when we add them up, it will give us what? 12. So what are the two numbers that we can use? So we can use 2 times what? 10. We give us what? 20. And when we add 2 and 10 together, we get what? 12. Alright? So that means minus 2 minus 10. Minus 2 minus 10 will give us what? Minus 12. If you put minus the minus, it should still give you what? Minus plus 20. But minus times minus gives what? 20. I hope I'm making sense. Minus times minus gives what? Plus. 2 times 10, 20. Then if you now pick minus 2 minus 10, it will give you minus what? Minus 12. So in that case, we are going to use this to replace the middle number. So that means we're going to have x squared minus 2x. Don't forget the x, the variable. So put the variable there. Minus 10x, then plus 20. So from here now we can then solve for x. So this and this are together, while this and this are together. So what is common to this and this is x. So you have x minus 2 here. Then minus what is common is what? 10 into bracket x minus times plus will give us minus. So 20 divided by 10 is what? 2. You can see we have the same thing in the brackets. So in that case, we're going to have x minus 2, then x minus what? 10. So that you can see that this is very straightforward. So the same way we did this one, the same way we're going to do the one of ax squared plus bx plus c. That's the same way. That's the same way. The only difference is that the coefficient of x squared here is more than 1. The coefficient of x squared is what? More than what? 1. How do we do that? So let's look at that. Okay. So ax squared plus bx plus c. So how do we factorize this? It's a shown whereby the coefficient of x squared is more than 1. If the coefficient of x squared is more than 1, what are we going to do? So to factorize trinomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, so multiply the coefficient of x squared, which is a, and the constant term, that is multiply a by what? C. Look for two factors of AC, that is the product. When you multiply whatever you get, look for two factors that you can add up that will give you the value of what? B. So let's start with this example and see how we're going to go about it. So the first one we have 2x squared plus 7x plus c. So what we're going to do, we multiply this by this. This will give us what? 12x squared. Now we have look for two factors that will give us 12x, two factors of 12 that will add up to what? 7x. So what are the factors? Two factors of 12 that we have? We have 1 and 6. 1 and 12, 2 and what? And 6, then 3 and what? And 4. So 3 and 4 we add up to 7. So in that case we can have 3x plus what? 4x. 3x times 4x will give us 12x squared. And 3x plus 4x will give us 7x. So this will be used to replace the middle number. That is the coefficient of x. So in that case, we're going to have 2x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus what? Plus 6. From there, we have 4 terms now. So we factorize this and combine. So what is common to this and this is x. It remains 2x plus what? Plus 3. Then what is common to this and this is what? 2. So this remains 2x. Divide this one by 2, that gives what? 3. Right. So you can see what we have in this bracket and in this bracket are the same. That is how you will know whether you are wrong or you are right. So if what you have in this bracket is different from what you have in this bracket, it means you've made a mistake along the line. You have to go back and check your work, then correct it before you continue. So in that case, you can have 2x plus 3, then x plus what? 2. So that gives us the what? Answer. If you can also confirm your answer by expanding, you've done expansion. You can expand this. So if you expand it, you must get the question here. So let's try this out. Let's check. Let's check this. So that is 2x into bracket x plus 2, then plus 3 into bracket what? X plus what? X plus 2. So we have 2x squared, right? Plus 4x plus 3x plus 6. So this is 2x squared plus what? 4x plus 3x, that is 7x, then plus 6. What do we have there? It's not the same thing, as you can see. So you can always check your answer when you are solving question like that. So let's look at the second question that we have here. We have 18x minus 20 minus 4x squared. You need to rearrange. So it's not well arranged. So, or you can leave it like that, same thing. Anyhow, so let's have it minus 4x squared plus, this is plus. It is not minus, it is plus. You can see that the minus, I took the minus along with it, right? So it will not change, the symbol will not, when you are rearranging, the symbol, the sign, positive and negative sign will not change. It will only change when you are taking it from one side of the equation to the other side of the equation. That's why this one will remain like that. So then plus 18x. We don't have any sign here. It means it's plus. That's what it means. So you write it as what? 18 what? X. Why this one is of minus what? 20. So from here, we can then multiply this. So the rule is that we multiply this by this. So minus 4x squared times 20. So 4 times minus gives what? Plus. As you can see. Then 4 times 20 gives us what? 4 times 20 is what? 80. That is 80. So that is 80x squared. Is that clear? I'll finish it and I'll show you something by the end of this question. You see what we're going to have. So you can see that what we have a very large number. So you have to be thinking, so which one will I have? What are the two numbers that I can combine together? The factors of 80 that will give me 18. You can get it. So let's look at this. If it is 80, we can have, this is 18. Okay, 80, we have 8 times 10 will give us 80. Good. 8 times 10 gives us 80. This is 18. So, and if you put x here, so very good. This one will give us what? 80x squared. Why this one will give us 8x plus what? 10x give us what? 18x. You can see. So you should be able to think of numbers. If you cannot get it, just list them out. List them out first. You can say 1 times 80, then 2 times 40, and so on and so forth. 3 cannot go. 4 times what? 4 times what? 50? No. 4 times 20 will give us 80. Right? You continue until you get the pairs that will give you the middle number. That's how you do it. So in this case, we are now going to replace this 18 by this now. So we then have 4 minus 4x squared plus 8x plus 10x then minus 20. So we have, sorry for the way I write my x. So it looks like n. So we're going to compare these two. So what is common to this and this is what? 4 can go there, x can go. So we can have, let's have it as minus 4x. Let's bring the minus out. Right? Minus 4x. What is left there is what? X. Alright? And what is left there is what? Minus times plus give us minus. So this will be what? 2. Am I with you? Plus, what can go here is what? 10. What will be left is x. So plus times minus is minus 2. So 20 divided by 10 is 2. You can see what we have there. So we're going to have x minus 2 into bracket minus 4x plus 10. Now, the question is that we cannot stop here. You ask why. Are we done? So most students you say I have finished. No, you have not finished it. Because this 10 here is factorizable. These two terms you have there, we can still factorize it further. Meaning that we still have something that can go in this minus 4x and can also go in what? In 10. So in that case, we need to factorize this. Exactly, we need to factorize this. In that case, we're going to have, we factorize, we can bring this one to the front and do a minus 4x plus 10. We close it, then we have x minus 2. So that means, what is common to this and this is minus 2, right? Then x minus 2. 4x divided by minus 2 will give us what? 2x. Then 10 divided by minus 2 will give us minus what? Minus 5. So then we put this one outside x minus 2. So we have it this way. Another method you can use is that from the beginning, you can factor it out. You notice that there's something that can go in both of them. There's a number that can go in both of them. So as you have it here, we have minus 4x squared plus 18x minus 20. If you look at it, you notice that 2 can go in minus 4. 2 can go here, 2 can go here. So you can change everything to be, let's say minus 2 can go, minus 2. So you divide both sides by, divide through. Does it divide through? Factor out minus 2. So when you factor out minus 2, that will be minus 2 outside. This will become what? 2x squared plus what? 9x, then what? This will then become what? Minus. This will become what? Plus 10. Because you are dividing this one by the negative. So 18 divided by minus 2 will give us what? Minus 9. Then minus 20 divided by what? Minus 2 will give us what? Plus 10. That's what we have it. So you now factorize what you have inside these brackets. You can see the minus that we got there is look at it here. So let's now factorize this one. So this one, when you multiply this one by this, will give us 20, right? So 4 times 5 will give us the answer. Because what we have is minus 9. So we can have this one to be minus. So minus 4 times minus 5 gives us what? Plus 20, which is this one, right? We then replace. That will be 2x squared minus 4x minus 5x plus 10. So what is common is 2x is common, it remains x, minus 2, minus 5 is common, x, minus 10 plus minus 2. Can see what we have there? So that means we're going to have x minus 2, then 2x minus 5. So these two, we then place it at the final answer. Minus 2 into what? X minus 2, and then what? 2x minus 5. Look at what we have there. So we can, it's still the same thing. So 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5, x minus 2, x minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. So what that implies is that when you have an expression that you can reduce to its lowest term, so the first thing is that factor out that number that can what? That you can use to just remove that one out, as we have done here. Then it will reduce the number, so it will be easier for you to factorize this one, right? Rather than you can even get a number higher than this one, like 200, 400, 150, and so on. So you'll be thinking of the two pairs that you can use to what? To replace the middle 10. Is that clear? So that's how to do that. So this is where we're going to stop in this video. If you find this video useful and helpful, don't forget to give us a big thumb up, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to this channel. So that, and then make sure you turn on the notification bell. Anytime I make video like this, you'll be able to get notification of it on time. And share the video with your loved ones. So we'll meet in our next video. Bye for now.